All right. Good morning, gamers, and let's talk about Black Ops 7 campaign review. This is probably one of the worst campaigns I've ever seen Call of Duty ever release in this lifetime. I mean, for one, it's like what, within the first 20 minutes you get thrown into what would be considered one of like, if your blunt stream was just put with the most amount of psychedelics. I mean, like I don't even think like shrooms or manufactured psychedelics could ever get you to this point of time of what you're seeing. So we start off with Woods, not Woods, Mason, right? David Mason. My fault. And he's hunting down what is a I guess Raw Menendez. Just to tell you, it's a deepfake. It's a deepfake Raw Menendez to try to bring about like World War III ending. And here we have IGN's campaign review. Now, IGN has rated the game a 6 out of 10. Honestly, it probably should be 4 out of 10. It is a 4.5 hour campaign of absolutely what the fuck is going on, to be honest. One, why does enemies have different tier levels? Why are we fighting zombies? Why is Woods is becoming a zombie like flower plant? Whatever. Let's get straight into it. Let's see what IGN has to say.
But the teams at Raven and Treyarch evidently don't see it that way, and have instead built one of the most unconventional COD campaigns to date. In many ways, it doesn't feel like a COD single-player mode. It's more like...
And if you don't know, if you're already looking at it, the UI is absolutely crowded with skill streaks, kill streaks, whatever that is. You got, the squad, right? I guess this is your objective. You have your mini map. And let me tell you, the guns suck. I've been watching the campaign from MK Ice and Fire, which we'll look at a little bit further so that we have a little bit more in depth. And then we're going to read some other reviews.
A multiplayer experiment.
So let's get straight back into it.
Shell, playing best when you're accompanied by squad mates, echoing zombies or the now defunct DMZ at times. But it all culminates in a brand new endgame portion that stitches together aspects of COD's past open world successes and failures in an attempt to become something new. In reality, that post-credits content is a repetitive shooting gallery that adds little to the excitement that leads.
Oh, it's more than a repetitive shooting gallery.
Battlefield 6's single player for playing it safe.
Like, why we're fighting this?
Risks. And to Black Ops 7's credit, the same can't be said here. The problem, however, is that not many of its big swings hit, resulting in one of Call of Duty's most intriguing yet flawed campaigns.
I honestly didn't think Call of Duty could got any worse. Any worse, to be honest. It is what it is. But this is probably easily the worst campaign I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I even played Battlefield 6's campaign, and I'll tell you, Battlefield 6's campaign is already 100 times better than Black Ops 7's. I'm not going to tell you to go buy Battlefield 6, but IGN did put it down as 8 out of 10. A little high, in my opinion. But whatever. Let's get back to this horrendous trash that we see on our screen. What we're doing.
Much of Black Ops 7's intrigue emanates from one fundamental design choice. For the first time in many years, a Call of Duty campaign is fully playable in 4-player co-op, and it really does feel like it's made with that in mind as the preferred.
It is a 4-player co-op, by the way. You can be disconnected for being AFK in a campaign.
Method of play. This comes with both positives and negatives. Teaming up with friends is good fun, with fighting big bosses that have multiple weak points to fire upon.
Let's just skip forward.
Called the Guild. What follows is a set of missions that throws you in and out of reality thanks to a fear toxin being weaponized by the Guild, led by Kiernan Shipka's Emma Kagan, who is trading in Mad Men for Mad Mechs here.
Initiate testing sequence.
I'll admit, I was initially skeptical of the near future setting and Call of Duty's return to tinkering with near future tech when it comes to movement, but on the whole, the experiment is largely a success. Wall jumping can be a little clunky, but the kinetic super jump is very fun to use as a quick flanking tool, as is my favourite of the bunch, the grapple hook. Swinging up to roofs to find a better vantage point before swooping down on a wing.
Should I even like get through the rest of this? To be honest,
interesting ways.
should I?
It may never reach that Titanfall 2
Is this what we want to watch?
mobility, but there are flashes of it here, which is always welcome. This desire to experiment also carries into its approach to boss design, which is by no means revolutionary when it comes to FPS campaigns, but a relatively new thing for Call of Duty. I appreciate the efforts made in order to make each have its own gimmick, even if they...
Like, why are we fighting bosses, man? Why are we fighting bosses? We don't even fight bosses in Battlefield 6.
All ultimately come down to draining an oversized health bar while dodging projectiles. In fact, enemy variety is quite impressive this time around, with human, mechanical and hallucinatory
very
foes
impressive.
offering different threats that challenge you at all distances. Guild
Like
forces
having a level
include
3
robot army,
mech
as well as
to
traditional
fight.
militia types such as the machine gun wielding raiders, colossal armor plated titans, and
That man took no damage. That man took no damage. Look at this. Hold on. 50 bullets?
raiders, colossal armor plated
We're down to 15. He's lost almost a quarter of his health.
Titans and other NFL team adjacent units. Yes, most can be handled with some well-aimed assault rifle fire to the head, but there are more effective ways to deal with them if you choose to explore your arsenal.
I don't even know if I want to get through the rest of this, to be honest. I don't even know if I want to get through the rest of this. Let's go to MK Ice and Fires. Call of Duty campaign. Yeah, if you're wondering, I was halfway into the video. I mean, where is that? Where is that? Here we go. Oh, this is not even the best part about it. The best part about it is fighting Raul Menendez while he's dropping airstrike machetes. What are we talking about? Airstrike machetes. Are we delusional right now? Well, I mean, I guess we are. We're like hallucinating on this neurotoxin that's like, you know, probably made from alien technology. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. You kind of get the point. This is pretty bad.
Still too strong. You can't escape. It's gonna feed off you like a goddamn parasite.
Oh, if you were wondering, yes, they did use AI to make some of the visual and assets, which is probably why it looks kind of weird, and why the voice acting seems kind of out of sync a little bit. And why the voice acting seems kind of like it's been PG-13'd. Because for some reason, we can't have a more serious Call of Duty campaign. I'll finish the rest of this later. I'm not gonna let y'all sit through like 4.5 hours of this. So let's just go to GameSpot review. What do they say? Campaign review, new but the same. Call of Duty Black Ops game leans into fantasy and often surprised with a mind-bending narrative. And Black Ops 7 campaign is no exception. Oh, you would have to tell me. They changed the actors, which is probably why he looks different. Okay. The Black Ops 7 campaign does enough to leverage the potential of more psychological narratives while also moving the satisfying shooter gameplay into a new framework. I mean, that's one way to put it. 7? Score 7? I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, this is for different aspects of it. Okay, I won't hate on it too much. So the design is a 8. What's 7? Is 7 just the I guess the narrative? Even though I'll be honest with you, I think Black Ops 7 completely lost the plot. I think the plot has been lost. I'm not even gonna try to talk about the zombies mode. But 7? 7? I don't know about 7. But this is probably what, I don't know, in my opinion, this is a horrendous disaster of like narrative writing for first person shooters. I mean, you're coming from a AAA like studio who has like, I don't know what, like probably billions of dollars at this point. And this is what they come up with. This hot garbage of a game. Like we're fighting zombies, people. We're fighting zombies. And David Mason can't even tell if they're real or not at this point. Look, if you want to watch the full campaign with no commentary, watch MK Ice and Fire. I haven't even looked at the multiplayer. I don't even want to look at the multiplayer at this point. But I think that's about it for this video. I mean, yikes, man! It is a ballpark miss of a game. At least the campaign wise. I don't know about the multiplayer. I know Zombies is on its own like wild storyline too at this point. But I would highly, if you're gonna buy Black Ops 7, I hope you truthfully enjoy it. But I think AAA studios nowadays are just missing the plot. They're kind of missing who the audience is. And I really don't know who they're catering to at this point. I don't know who Black Ops 7 is really catering to. I feel like if I was an 11-year-old, I'd be like, this is the most whack thing I've ever like played in my life. But that's me personally. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and check me out on the live stream, KenBoGMG. And that's it. I'll see you on the next morning. Dale. Love you.